Hello, everyone. Let's give it a couple of minutes and then we shall start. Yeah. Feel free to turn your videos on or off. We're going to start with a eyes closed meditation. If you turn your videos on, though, and I see that there are some of you who've been in my sessions before, I'm a very visual person. So if you keep your videos on, I will be able to customize this meditation, at least energetically, for the people who are here, for whatever you need. Don't ask me how it happens. I can't explain it, but very interestingly, I'm actually going to tell you a story before we start while we're waiting for others to join in. So this is... so this is a session that I hadn't planned at all. So someone here, and I think it's someone who's live, or maybe more than one person, has literally manifested this session through me, because it was like just a very clear, I just got this intuitive guidance to do this, and even exactly what to do in it, which you'll see it's sort of unconventional, different from what I normally do. And it was also very strange because since I postponed it from last Friday to this Friday, I actually did not promote it or share it anywhere since last Friday to this Friday, which means, and I usually work on intuition, like I'm literally nudged, right? And I mean, sometimes I work out of intuition also, but I like to work more in intuition. So every time I thought of, I said, okay, there's another week, maybe more people can join. Maybe, I can post about this call here or post about it once again on LinkedIn, Facebook. I never got a yes from inside. I was like, no. So, and my rationale, the way I interpret that is that everyone who needed to join has already joined. So whoever has manifested this call is already here, either live or, you'll be watching the recording. So, yeah, so that's wonderful. So lovely to see you. Hi, Padma. Hi, Shruti. Hi, Karthik. Hi, Anu. And yes, and as we do this exercise, I will be, so I have, while, I've been told what to do, I've not been told exactly the specifics. So that is going to be channeled by me for you. So thanks for keeping your videos on. And if anyone else wants to keep your video on as well, please feel free to do that. So we'll give it 1 or 2 more minutes and then we'll start. So, yeah, a bit in terms of the background of, this call, this session, whatever you want to call it. It's about shining our light. And yes, it happened to theme in with the Diwali theme. Happened to also theme in with, chapter 8 of my book, which we will also look at a later part of this call. And so it's really about, we are light. We already, each one of us has and carries our unique light within us. So it's going to be about giving ourselves permission really to shine. And that light. Or if you want to look at it as a series of lights, that's what we will do in this session. And then, of course, this is interactive, so the floor is yours. As you know, I can talk a lot. I have a lot to share on this, but after the session, we will open it up to interaction. And then if we have time, I would like to share, of course, more things on the same theme with you. Okay, so yeah, we'll start with the eyes closed exercise. So just a few guidelines before that. So I have a dog at home, and she might start barking in between. So if she does that during a session, I can mute and go. But if she starts barking during the eyes closed meditation, I won't be stopping. And I'm going to invite you to just treat her barking sound as everyday sounds. Okay, so I don't know if you can hear it. There's some drilling going on in a neighbor's house. There are everyday sounds around us. So I live with this dog 24/7 and I meditate a lot. So I just want to let you know it's completely possible. So just allow her barking in case she barks to just sort of, be part of the everyday sounds. And trust me, it's not going to affect your experience. What else? During this exercise, I will be guiding you throughout, and I will be asking you to metaphorically, you can think of it literally or metaphorically, light like a light, a lamp, right? At different energy centers of our body. So if you are someone who's heard about chakras, uh, you'll see that these places coincide with some of our chakras. If you're thinking, what is this? I've never heard of it. Doesn't matter. I will be telling you where to visualize the lighting of each light or lamp that we do. So just follow instructions and you won't go wrong. Okay. Give me a thumbs up if that makes sense. Yeah. Okay. Okay, that's it. Just make sure our phones are on silent. Well, you all are all on mute anyway. So, and we will start. Okay, so I'll do this with you, inviting you to join me. Let's close our eyes and take a deep breath in, filling up our belly, breathing out, and letting it go. Another deep breath in, fill up your lungs, fill up your tummy, and let it go. And now we're going to take 3 more deep breaths. For the first deep breath, as you take it, I want you to become aware of your entire body, just scanning it, seeing if there are any muscles that need to be released, relaxed, and letting go. Second deep breath, filling up your lungs, your tummy. Bring your attention to your mind now. Noticing if there's any chitter-chatter, thoughts carried over from the morning, from yesterday, and putting it all away aside to create space inside of our minds and let go. Take another deep breath in, filling up our lungs. And this time, bring your attention to invite in any form of higher guidance, support, your own guardian angels, and your own higher self, that most resourceful, creative, aware part of you, invoking that part of you inside your brain, inside your mind, in your energy field, and let go. Now we are going to create a pillar of light. So to do this, I want you to imagine that just on top of your head, imagine that there's a string of light, like a string of light that connects the top of your head straight up to the sun, to the bright golden sun. And then imagine that there are strings or rods of light from the soles of your feet that go down deep into the core of Mother Earth, right into the core where there's this warm Mother Earth energy, like. Now connected to these sources of energy, the sun on top and the earth at the bottom, I want you to complete that energetic connection. And we'll do this allowing the energy to flow both ways. So you can start from the sun, allowing that golden light to flow through this thread and also around this thread, like a shower of light, right? Like you have a bath, like a shower of light around you, inside you, through your crown chakra. Imagine that as a disc right on top of your head, filling that up with light and then showering all around you, inside you, cleansing you. This shower cleanses you from within. And the shower of light goes down, 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 washing you, and then flowing down all the way into the earth through these connecting threads and even around that. That's your energetic field around. And then imagine this warm, nurturing, supportive light from the core of the earth, allowing it to flow up. It's like the Mother Earth is hugging you with her light, saying, okay, you're a part of me. You belong to me. Your energy is also mine. My energy is yours. We're one. So, like that big energetic hug, let it come up, flowing up right till your heart and give you a big hug. So let it occupy your entire field. So now this is your pillar of light, from the sun to the earth, from the earth back upwards to your head and above, and overflowing like a fountain. Now this is a dynamic pillar of light. It will keep flowing. It will keep flowing. So you just allow it to flow and know that you are safe, held, protected, and energized inside this pillar of light. Now, inside this pillar of light, we're going to get more specific now. And we're going to tune in to this idea, this concept of shining our own light. Like the sun has a light and the earth has a light, we have a light. So I invite you now to just go inside of yourself and find that source of you, your light inside of you. Some of you might find it deep inside your brain. Some of you might find it in your throat or in your heart or in your tummy. Go wherever you're pointed to right now. If you're not led anywhere intuitively, just go inside your heart and visualize that core flame, that unique flame and light that is your light, light of you. It's already lit. It's already there. We just need to see it, acknowledge it, and then what we can do is we can make this light bigger and brighter. So allowing this light now to become bigger, brighter, just like you're turning the volume on. Make it brighter, bigger. It's your light. It will listen to you. And allow it to become as big and as bright that it covers your entire body. And now let it spread out beyond your body, bigger and brighter. Beyond, let it cover the entire room that you are in. This is your light, the light of you, your unique light on this planet. And now let it become even bigger than this room, your house, your block, your city, and the entire planet Earth. And go on and expand your light even beyond planet Earth. Let it shine. Let you shine. Let that light go on and on. As far out as you want into the galaxy, like the star that you are, that shining star of you. light up the universe, saying, hello, this is me. This is the light of me. And I'm a little shining star, just like all the other stars in the universe, allowing your light to bathe all of creation. Just enjoy the peace, the homecoming, the joy, the bliss of your own white light, bright golden. Maybe there are colors in your light, maybe pink, maybe green, maybe violet, maybe pure white. This is your light. You know its color. Allow you to enjoy its peace and magnificence, and allow you to admire and appreciate this beautiful light that you are, that you have, that you've always had inside of you. Allow yourself to offer this light, the beauty of this light, the wisdom of this light, the illumination of this light to whoever and whatever you would like to offer it to. You could offer it to entire creation, or you could offer it to specific people in your life, or to projects, or to causes, or to your own dreams, or to the earth, the oceans, the fishes, or you could just have an open-hearted, unconditional offer. This light is for whoever and whatever needs it. Let this light brighten up their lives. Let this light illuminate. Let this light gladden the hearts. Let this light heal. Let this light create. When you do this on your own, when you repeat it, you can actually stay in the state of offering, open-hearted, light offering as long as you want to. And if you're listening to this recording, you can also pause it now to stay in the state longer, as long as you want to. I'm going to move on to the next stage now, which is don't shrink your light. Stay in the expanded state of the light that you are. Stay in this beautiful state of offering, and yet recognize that within this light is this mechanical, physical vehicle of you, your body, the mechanical, physical structure of your body, and the mechanical, physical structure of your energy body with your nadis, your chakras, and various energy channels. What we're going to do now is take a journey through each of our chakras, consciously, just like, lighting a lamp. So consciously lighting a light inside each of these chakras. Know that you're safe, you're protected. And this is the light of love, of awareness, of wisdom that you're lighting. So first we bring our awareness above our head, This is actually 1 foot above your crown chakra itself. Just above the top of your head is your crown chakra. But a foot above that is what we sometimes call the 12th chakra. So this is, I won't go into the explanation of it, but this is also the chakra through which our own higher self and angels can actually communicate with us. So let's light a lamp, a spark in the center of this chakra, opening up ourselves to receive guidance, information, and communication from the angels, from our guardian angels, from God, and from our own higher self. Activating and illuminating this chakra and giving it permission to shine bright. With gratitude, moving down now into our crown chakra. Imagine this like a frisbee or a lotus with many petals just above your head, like a disc, or a flower, like a lotus. And right in the center of this, lighting the lamp again, giving ourselves permission to have this chakra open, illuminated, and lit up. Bringing our connection down, awareness down now to the middle of your forehead. This is your third eye or your Agya chakra. Lighting the lamp here again, allowing it to glow, to shine, giving ourselves the permission to invoke our wisdom. Bringing our awareness even lower now into the center of the throat. And in the center of this, your throat chakra, lighting your lamp, allowing it to shine bright, white and golden or purple. Let yourself, each chakra has its unique color, but you can let yourself be intuitive about this. Just light the lamp and whatever color you see or feel is right for you. And allowing, giving ourselves the permission to express this beautiful light that we are with clarity, with love, with goodwill. Bringing our awareness down lower into the center of our heart, a beautiful heart chakra, imagining it again as a wheel or a lotus or a flower, the center of your heart, and lighting the lamp of love, divine love, unconditional love, beautiful love, the Mitta Bhava, and allowing it to radiate out through our heart, bringing our awareness even lower into the center, around your navel, in the center of your body. You find your solar plexus there. Imagining again, visualizing a wheel, a flower, whatever works. And in the center of that, lighting the lamp again, illuminating your solar plexus and giving yourself the permission to be that light of power. This is your power center. Control, action, assertiveness, confidence, dominance if you need to dominate in some area of your life, and allowing your solar plexus to glow with that love and light. Taking your awareness even lower to your sacral chakra, and there, lighting up your sacral chakra as a wheel or as a flower, and lighting that light of creativity, This is the seat of your creativity, your beauty, and connection with all that's beautiful. Giving yourself permission to be infinitely creative. Going even lower into the center of your root chakra. Imagining it between your legs, where your legs meet your body, as a wheel, as a flower, and lighting the lamp and invoking this chakra. This is the chakra of stability, security, and also your connection with the earth and safety, and giving yourself the permission to thrive in that secure, beautiful, abundant state that you're so worthy of. Taking your awareness even lower now through your legs, through your feet, literally into the earth, of about a foot below your feet. And if you're in a high-storied building, just go down and go to reach the earth and then a foot below the surface of the earth. And this is actually your unique earth chakra. Each one of us, our bodies have its own earth chakra that we're always connected to. And this is the chakra that grounds us, that merges. It's like our anchor. Beautifully lighting the lamp there and giving ourselves so much permission to be anchored within the earth, within Mother Earth. As earthly beings in our earthly incarnation, this is our grounding, this is our birthright, this is our anchor. Filling your heart with gratitude and saying thank you to all the chakras. And now keep your attention on this earth chakra. Remember, this earth chakra is inside the earth. Even if you are sitting in a 7-storied building, your earth chakra is inside the earth, about a foot inside the earth. So staying connected with that. And now you can scan your entire body, your energy field. If any part feels like too much energy or too overwhelming, or even otherwise, you can just pull all that energy in and then earth it, like you're earthing it into your earth chakra, gifting it all this beautiful energetic work, cleansing, activating that you're doing in your earth chakra will hold all of that healing, make it available to the earth, make it available for you. And you can always draw it back from the earth anytime you want. But this is also important for you to feel very grounded before you open your eyes and before we come back to our normal earthly lives, talk, all of that. So take your time, ground your energy as deeply as you want to. If you're feeling spaced out, focus on the grounding again, allowing all this beautiful work, everything that's been activated to be held and earthed. And then whenever you're ready, you can rub your hands, palm your eyes, say thank you to yourself, your body, your angels, to everyone and everything that cooperated in this exercise. You can palm your heart if you want, give yourself a big hug, and open your eyes when you're ready. Okay. How's everyone feeling? Take your time if you need to. You can let me know in the chat window. Okay. Mm, okay, let's take a few quick comments on the chat window to make sure if everyone's okay, if you need anything before we unmute, because some people still have their eyes closed. So I won't unmute it yet. Let me know how you're feeling in the chat window. And if you have any questions also, just feel free to put it in the chat window. Reflections, comments. So I think everyone's good. All good. Okay, let me. Hey, I'm glad you're feeling light and relaxed. Relax, seem like a fountain of hope. How nice. And you are that fountain of hope. You are that fountain of hope, Padma, for so many people who need your light. Yeah, yeah. Okay. Okay, I've turned the settings on for you to unmute if you want to ask anything. If not, then I can move on to something else. Does anyone have a question? Okay, I think everyone's lit up, filled up. Okay, nice. We could close the call here if there are no questions or doubts. But let me ask you some questions then. Let's play around a little, okay? So what, if I may ask, what is so given that we are light, right? We have a unique lightness and we can actually be that light for so many other people. So what is the main thing in your own life that holds you back from not shining this light as brightly, as bigly, and as much of the time as you could? So, and there are a bunch of things. So, and like, it's not like I'm shining my light all the time either. So we all have these reasons. So let's look at some of these and let's also explore how we can address them, right? So you can use the chat or you can unmute and say. Maybe at this stage, we can just use a chat so we get a bunch of reasons. So the question is, what keeps us from shining our light as big and bright and being that fountain of hope, like Padma said, and that fountain of wisdom and illumination to everything and everyone around us, including ourselves, all the time? Okay. Doubts, distractions, yes. And let's get more specific. Distractions is fine, but what kind of doubts? And not just Aparas, anyone can answer this. What kind of doubts? Self-doubts, And let's give and again, not just Padma, anyone can answer. What kind of self-doubt? What do we doubt about ourselves? So Shruti says, for me, the overwhelm may come from stepping up, pulls me back many times, worrying my daily life is already so loaded. Nice. Let's take this one first. Okay, so what Shruti says, the overwhelm may come from stepping up, holds me back many times, worrying my daily life is already so loaded and I won't be able to scale more. Beautiful. Yes, Shruti. So I hear you, and I have the same thing when we all have that. And this is what I've learned and also realized. So I'll give you the theory first. And then also, I mean, we have the theory, but we look at how we can make it more practical, right? So the theory actually is, and this is true, that we are actually infinite beings. We don't have a capacity constraint, and you would have experienced that in shining a light, in being that love, in being that joy, in being that we are infinite beings. Now, that said, when we feel overwhelmed, that actually the overwhelm comes. So right now, I can ask, if everyone asks you a question, when you were in that state of connection and meditation and you became big, did anyone feel overwhelmed? No, it feels like, oh my God, this is the most natural thing, right? Because you're actually tuned in and tapped into that infinite power. So when we operate from there, at least theoretically, let yourself know, nothing can overwhelm you. Nothing. If there is darkness somewhere, you're shining your light on that. If there is light somewhere, you're shining your light on it. You're just being that, right? There isn't any force in the world that can actually overwhelm you. Now that overwhelm comes when we're not in a completely expanded state, when we are in the shrunk state, right? So when we're already feeling small or already worried, when we're not, and that's when, people can ask things of us, which we say, okay, I don't have energy to do it, or I don't have this and I don't have that. So the overwhelm, the more we shrink, actually, the more we make ourselves vulnerable to that overwhelm. Now so that's the theory. Now, how do we deal with this in a practical way? I'll just tell you how I have been dealing with it, right? So A is education, understanding this. And B, knowing that I'm not really at a place where I'm going to walk through life always expanded and always in that state. So giving myself permission more often to do that, knowing that when I do that, actually nothing can impinge. And then at the times when I'm not expanded and I'm feeling that overwhelmed, and those are the times to also extend compassion and say that, okay, fine. In this, when I'm not in my complete expanded avatar, I am susceptible to tiredness, fatigue, too much to do, too many worries and all of that, and it's feeling overburdened. I will not take on more than I can chew. I will do this. But because when I'm in the smaller state, I can't do everything, that doesn't mean I'm not going to step in more and more often into the expanded state. I'm not going to keep knowing that actually, when I really, really expand out, nothing can sap my energy. So that's how I'm handling that. That making sense? Yeah. Okay. For us, doubts about planning, execution, and how will the world look at it? Oh, yes. And I have that too. I don't have an easy answer for that for us. I don't. I am in the same journey. In fact, when I wrote this book that I did, there's a chapter in it, and I think it's chapter 13, which talks about energy and the invisible and all of that, which I hadn't put into it. And for exactly this reason, what will the world think about this, right? People come to me because I have a PhD and because I'm supposed to be this completely rational, scientific person. And these things are not at a place where, science really corroborates them and all of that. So all of these fears of how will people see it. And yet at that stage, before I could send the manuscript off, there was the strong intuition saying, no, put it in. And there were a series of incidents, which I mentioned in that chapter also, where I said, okay, let's take that risk. And it is a risk. I won't say it does feel like a risk, but I'm not feeling very scared somehow about the risk. So I did let's put it as a risk cost benefit trade-off, right? So that is the invitation that I will give to you also. And that is the only invitation I can give, because I'm not someone who has completely overcome this fear myself. Within me, for example, in this call, I'm doing this energetic work. And I think for me, the assurance is coming in, assurance as an I don't know if that's a word, being assured, right? That sense of assurance is coming in more and more, that if the intention is right, I will be able to handle with, like, if there is judgment, if there is mockery, if there is doubt, if there is something, I will have the resources to handle that. And that's the place I'm coming from. And then we can actually link back to the same answer that I gave from Shruti, and that assurance is coming from that sense of immense power that comes in the expanded state. And I'm realizing that I can be this little Ramya who's scared, or I can be this really expanded Ramya who's there to gift, who's there to serve, who's there to contribute. And I feel really not just powerful, but competent in my expanded state. So I'm remembering that even though I'm not in that expanded state all the time, if there is brickbats coming my way, I will not address it from this. I will go here and address it from there. And that confidence is coming the more often I practice being the expanded version of me. So that is what I can also offer you. So then and we are recording this call, so you can actually use this same exercise, or you can do it without a guidance also. You do it a couple of times and you'll be able to do it yourself. You'll find lots of other guided meditations also. Actually, YouTube, I mean, if you just look around a bit, you'll find some very nice meditations, and beyond a point, you will not even need guidance. You can just use some music if that helps soothe you. But the more you practice being this expanded, lit up, what I call this full-blown love, light, powerful, divine version of yourself, the more you're inhabiting that place, the more all of us, the more we're there than the little version, the less all these fears will become. And let the fears come, because they still come for me also. And we'll deal with it. Now, seeing your sweet smile, I think, yeah, you're on that journey too. You'll deal with it. Because when you're expanded, you can deal with anything. Can't you? Yeah. Yeah. And then there's actually another thing also, Paras. Actually, I must mention this for everyone. Oh my God. Okay, I had this realization when did we announce? Maybe this is why I did this call, because are you up for a story? This is me lifetime making sense. Okay, so I was on this really nice vacation in Lakshadweep, and then when I was coming back, I was so blissed out. Literally, when the plane was landing, after the time when the pilot says, fasten your seatbelts, we're about to, 20-minute descent is starting. I went into this, I don't want to go back. I don't want to go back. I don't want to go back. And I was like, what is going on, right? And I realized that even though I so love my work and all of that, there was a part of me that I had been so blissed out and expanded. And, I guess nature does that with Lakshadweep. I was like, a part of me didn't want to go back. So then I was like, what can I do? I need help. I need support. So I have a coaches group, a coaches cohort where we used to do peer coaching. So again, the signal had come. Okay, I typed this out and I thought it would go only later, but the signal actually came. And I actually messaged this group. I was like, I need peer coaching. Who's up? Somebody responded immediately. And I set up a call for Monday morning, 10 a.m. And I knew I would have the support. I knew I needed this work. And then I felt really good. I was like, okay, I'm going to work through this, whatever has come up, right? Whatever shit has come up. And I felt, okay. And then in that Monday morning call, this is what happened. And by the way, if you want to know who coached me, his name is Chinmay. But yeah, if anyone wants a reference. He held space for me. And this was what I realized. And this is like, visually, this is what I showed him. I was like, there is this me which is here where I'm completely lit up, completely tuned in, doing my meditation, my energy stuff. And I'm just such a, completely in communion with the earth. This is me. And then there is this other version of me that's not like, it's also me where I'm very sort of cognitive and, the more shrunk version here, doing everything like, really caring about what people think. And this also came in, I was doing this in context of my work, right? So it was like all the peer reviewed research, and that time it was my book, doing the marketing like I'm supposed to do, track the figures, all of that, right? So then, and I was like, I have been operating somewhere in the middle in the last 1 or 2 years. And I was like, mujhe middle nahi karna hai ab here. I don't want to do that. I'm finding like this middle zone is exhausting me a bit. And so my first takeaway before I came to that was that this is the real me. This is me. I want to come back here and operate and come back and operate, which is sort of like what I'm still doing. But the other realization I also has is that this middle zone is also exhausting me a bit. And now I have to either go here completely or here completely. And this place holds no attraction for me anymore. It actually doesn't even hold any security for me. It doesn't hold anything for me because I have tasted, sensed the emptiness. I have, the brickbats, all of that, the pain, the trauma. So if the middle zone is sort of not exhausting me and this is not an option, then where do I have left? I want to go completely into this. So right now I'm in this journey, right? So my middle zone has become this middle zone, and hopefully it's going to go here. So and I think, yeah, maybe that's what this call is about, literally stepping in here more completely, because this is not an option for me at all anymore. And I'm going to invite each one of you. And this is why maybe, this call is also not for everyone, and why I was not even feeling like promoting it like to the whole world, because I think I don't want to tell everyone that you need to be here, because maybe everyone doesn't need to be here. But if you're on this call, I really believe there's something here for you, which means you're probably someone who's operated here and, and you've seen that, okay, fine, this is not satisfying, or I'm not, you're not really buying into this reality anymore. You're saying the pain is still there, the judgment is still there, people are still, will still call me names or say things, all of that is still there. Might as well move here so that there's no risk that all of that the external brickbats or whatever may not happen here, but at least here I am this more lit up, empowered version of me. I am happy. I'm more of a lioness. I'm more of a star. So I can deal with everything better, and I'm more at peace, and I'm more at happy, right? So I think you're already on this journey. And I think only people who are already on this journey would actually even be on this call right now, because I'm just sensing from the intensity of the call. So Paras, with this whole story, I will come back to give the answer to your question again, and I'm going to come back to your question here, which is how will the world look at it, right? That thing, which is when you're here also. When you were here also doing everything you were supposed to do, doing everything by the book, only that which is visible, all the tick marks, did the world look at you completely well? Did everyone come and say, oh, we love you, so great all the time, 100% validation, only pleasure, no pain, only promotion? Wahan bhi to ho raha tha, all the pain, drama, craziness and all. So try this, try coming here and then see what you can deal with. And I'll tell you so far what's the way I'm seeing it and unfolding in my life also is that it actually gets way lesser, because, that's the law of attraction also, right? People reciprocate, because I myself am capable here and here. Where do you think I'm capable of more love? Here, right? And when I'm more love, I'm not saying everyone in my life is loving me back completely unconditionally, but the probability is much higher. I'm getting way more of that. Where do you think I'm more afraid? Here. And then when I'm afraid, what do I attract into my life? More such circumstances, right? Where am I myself beating myself down? Here. And when I beat myself down, what will people around me do? Ha ha ha, they'll also join. No, someone's already beating you, we'll also beat you down. I'm doubting myself. Yeah, we'll also doubt you. I'm not, yeah. So in this place, when I'm expanded, I'm lit up, I'm confident, I'm shining my light. I'm actually inviting more people to treat me in that way, to respond with me and interact with me in that way. So even that outside thing is actually only getting better. So again, like I'm telling you, I'm not always here. This is my journey now. So inviting you to join on that. Okay. Okay, let's look at the next one. Padma. Dormant thoughts that come out to distract the state of being felt that, yes, yes. And Padma, let it come up. It's a good thing. It's a good thing, not a bad thing, because it has to surface into our awareness before we can heal and make peace with it and let it go. It's always going to be work in progress. At least that's only the journey I know. And I know you read my article on the work in progress and the imposter syndrome that I talked about also. Yes. So let this come up. Let it come up. And the ones that are coming up in meditation are beautiful because in that state, you're able to see them now as dormant thoughts and, not take it personally, see them for what it is. So it's almost like the universe is also saying that, yes, Padma is in this receptive, non-judgmented, expanded state, and I can surface these thoughts now. She'll see them for what they are, and she has the capacity to deal with it. And only those ones will surface that you have capacity to deal with, and you can deal with them. And your capacity includes all of that, right? So what you've already done, your resources, you can always reach out for help. That is also your capacity, and deal with it and get it. So what is coming up is only coming up because you're there. So it's a good thing. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So Shruti and everyone, let's spend some time on that, on flow and expanded state, right? So we can be in the flow state without being in an expanded state. But when we are in the expanded state, we are also in the flow state. Okay. Necessary but not sufficient conditions. So let me explain. So typically, I don't know if there are any video gamers here, or you can replace it with any other game that you play, maybe Sudoku or something else where you experience flow, very cognitive activity. So all video games have been set up these days to totally get us into the flow state. So it meets all the criteria of flow, the complete alignment of thoughts, the opposite of psychic entropy. So if you're playing a video game, you're ninja warriors and you're in the flow state, yes, but are you in the expanded state? No. Yeah. So flow state is great, nothing wrong with it. But now when we are in an expanded state, like what we did, yeah, from the heart, from all our energy fields, becoming one with the entire universe, all of that, flow state sort of happens automatically because there's so much alignment and expansion. Does that answer your question? Yeah. Okay. Oh, a lost audio. Am I back? Can you hear me now? Yeah. Okay. Okay, I'm done. Balance is closer to realism. Padma, do you want to unmute and ask? Because I didn't understand that. I've enabled unmuting. Can you unmute? Let me. Okay. I've asked you to unmute. See if it comes.
Yeah. Dr. Ramya, when we were beautifully explaining here and how you need to be closer to this, I kind of also related to in my journey of looking at the state, which was not the expansive state, to perhaps be idealism. And then there was realism. And I was also trying to kind of strike a balance between idealism and realism. But when you said this is the core and it's more towards it, and the space is not these two, but the space is these two, I was trying to understand, if we look at a state like idealism and realism, then how do we kind of strike a balance, Dr. Ramya?
So I don't buy too much into the labels of
Yeah.
real, and I'll tell you why. So let's come back to this. Acha, this doesn't work for anyone. You can also think of it as core. This is your core and outside. I'm just using this as a metaphor. So slice that in. So let's say for people who've always just lived in their head, right? Very, very cognitive. When they hear about philosophy, even if they've approached spirituality and read spiritual things and all, but only from through their head, they will think of the expanded state or what we just experienced as that pure light and love and expansion as an ideal state. And they'll say this is real because this is their everyday experience. That's what real means. I'm experiencing it every day. So those people have created this distinction between real is what I'm experiencing, which is this, and ideal is what I've read or I've heard from spiritual masters and gurus or, people who write about the energy world and esoteric. So, and then those two have been separate things. My invitation to all of you is to, and I don't buy into those labels because my journey has been the other way around, actually. So as a child, I was spontaneously experiencing these. And then because I was getting all this rational education, constantly doubting what is actually real, because this is experiential. This is happening very spontaneously. So this is real. This is the lived experience. And then the doubt is coming. And then, of course, then the doubt, at some point, the doubt overpowered completely. And now I'm reconnecting. So now I don't like to look at this as an ideal because this is real. And if you've just been through this meditation, for example, and experienced the bliss, what is ideal about it? Don't say ideal. It's not good, bad, right, wrong. You experienced it, so it's real. What you experience is real. So this is reality one, real state one. This is real state two. Chuck all the textbooks, chuck all the gurus. Whoever says what is ideal, it's not don't even think of it as one day nirvana, one day journey, one day, chuck all of that. So there's no ideal. There's just real one, real two. It's like a crocodile. This is land, this is water. When I'm in water, this is what I experience. When I'm in land, this is what I experience. So now you have real state one, you have real state two. And then you practically start asking yourself questions like I asked, right? In real state one, real state two, both states, people will criticize, both states, people will make fun, both states, people will judge. So I might as well be here because in this state, I'm having more fun and I'm feeling more powerful and I'm actually more resourceful. And eventually, actually, there's less judgment and more cooperation and also coming, right? So that will give you the freedom. So don't worry about the ideal. Ideal comes only when someone else, someone from outside has said, and with all reverence to all the gurus and masters and all, right? They've written about it and fair enough, fair enough. But I just don't want to see, but seeing it as an ideal cuts us off from, there's always a gap then. Yeah. Okay. Yes, the two are labels. They're all labels, Pratibha. Okay, everyone. So shall we call it a day? I mean, yeah, I hope you had a good time. And again, thank you, because like I told you, either collectively or individually, one or more of you has manifested this. And I'm so grateful for you because I had a lot of fun as well. I wouldn't have created a call like this at all. I was literally told, do the chakra thing, do this, do that. So I'm glad I delivered. And for us, I overcame my own doubts and fears while delivering this. So this was a breakthrough for me also. So thank you, all of you. Stay in touch. Take care. Paras, you had your hand raised. Please ask. Yeah. I'll call you to unmute. Wait. Yeah.
Yeah. So my question was, let's say I've gone through part of your courses, which has been available online, but I've not gone through the entire part. So I just wanted to understand, the book is complementary to the course, or is it?
Yeah. Thanks for asking me. And okay, I said yeah, I wanted to talk about some things about the book. Great. So let's do that. Yeah. So so if you look at the book, the chapters 1 to 10 in the book are following the chapters 1 to 10 in the course, the Career Alchemy program. And what I found is that now the I won't say it's complementary. See the essence. See if you're a listener or a reader. Okay, the core is there in both. In some modules, like the stories and the examples and all, there are more in the videos than in the book, because the book had to be concise. And if a book is too big, like an encyclopedia, nobody will buy it and they'll get bored. So I also had an editor where a lot of things were also chopped out, because some modules had too many exercises, which I think even the people who did the course, and I got the feedback from those who completed, some of the modules were very, very long. So in those cases, you'll see that the same exercises are being condensed. So you have just the more of the nuts and bolts in a sense. So you'll see that the books are condensed versions of those modules. That said, even in those chapters, there are upgrades because of the first batch who did the course. There's been a lot of feedback, and some things have been improved, upgraded, also based on my own intuition. So there's been a kind of upgrade as well as condense. Apart from that, chapter 11, 12, 13, 14 are all new. And again, that's, I think the chapter on conflict is thanks to Shruti, her input. I remember her mentioning, we need something on conflict management. So we have an entire chapter. And so that way, again, it's there are additional chapters in that. Great. Okay. And yes, the chapter, for those who know nothing about the course or the book, if you're seeing this as a recording, the connection with the book really is in chapter 8, where it's about leveraging our own uniqueness, which is this light of yours, is this unique light of yours. It's so Shruti's light, very different from Paras's light, very different from my light, very different from Padma's light. And therefore, these are unique lights. And I cannot light, shine my light so big to compensate for someone else's. So like when Padma felt like this fountain of hope, the people whose lives Padma is here to light up and give hope to, I don't think any one of us will be able to do that, right? Because that's her unique light. So that is the essence of chapter 8. And that was the connection, which is like your light is precious, you are precious, you are unique, and you are needed by people who need exactly your light in your way. So shine it. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Bye-bye. Well, let me check the live. There's some more messages. Just check this. You're welcome. Welcome, everyone. Shruti. Oh, Shruti saying, listening to your words brings a kind of grounding and expansive effect. Miss not having touch point with your light. Request you to please have some small sessions every couple of months. Okay, who need your warmth to feel my own light. That's so sweet, Shruti. That's so nice. Okay, yes. We'll do that. We'll do that. Okay, so we'll have some connect calls. And I think who was it? Pratibha, someone suggested a book club with this book. So we'll start doing that. Let's see who all picks up this book and gets on this journey with us together. And I still don't know how many people this journey is for, right? Some days so let's see, and we'll touch base. Definitely. I'm here for you. And I know you're here for me too. So we'll do this together. Okay. Take care. Yes. Yes. Bye-bye.